Hey y'all, welcome back. Okay, so yesterday I was having technical difficulties making this video, so we should be good to go today. I just wanted to talk to you guys about how I got sick, or pretty much calculate how I got sick, because I was sick for the past, I would say like 2 days. It wasn't super long, but it was just really weird. Like when I say really weird, it was really weird. So let's just get into it. Okay, so last week, starting, I want to say Wednesday to Saturday, I was actually on a working trip with my team. And, you know, we had gotten an Airbnb. It was a few of us in that Airbnb and stuff like that. Some people were kind of like already sick or whatever. Me personally, I always have my supplements to make sure my immune system and my body in a whole is, you know, up to par. So, you know, when I get sick, I can fight off the infection, you know, as fast as possible. So yeah, so mind you, you know, I'm taking my supplements or whatever, you know, I'm good to go. So starting on Wednesday, for some reason, Wednesday all the way up until, let's say Friday, I had a headache every day, right? And I'm sitting here thinking like, man, like as soon as we get to work, that's when the headache starts, you know, getting worse. It was practically like migraines back to back to back. And I'm sitting here and I'm just like, oh my goodness, like, bro, like this is infecting, you know, it's affecting my work. So I'm trying my best to just like, you know, push through the days, you feel me? And, you know, like just push, because, you know, I got to make the money. So I was just dealing with this back to back. I had taken like ibuprofen just to, you know, relieve the pain that I was going through or whatever. And that worked a little bit. What I'm noticing now with my body, and usually I don't really like to take, you know, pills and stuff like that. It's definitely not, you know, a high price thing to do in my lifestyle. But, you know, if I have to, I have to. I mainly take them, you know, on my menstrual. You know, us women, we be cramping and stuff real bad sometimes. So that's when I usually turn to taking, you know, pills and stuff like that, ibuprofen, Tylenol, whatever. But lately I've been kind of using more of Tylenol than my ibuprofen, because, you know, the doses in my ibuprofen hasn't been so high. And sometimes the pain that I can experience with my menstrual and stuff like that and my headaches, it is kind of excruciating. So, yeah. So my ibuprofen didn't really work. It wasn't really working for me. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let me go buy some Tylenol, because that might be the only thing right now that's going to help me out, especially with having these migraines like this. So I got some Tylenol, whatever. And the only other thing I know to do is just like close my eyes and just rest. So there was one time out of the day where I had taken the Tylenol, got some water, a little snack or whatever, and I literally was in the car for like 30 minutes, only because, like I said, my head was just pounding, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't know what's going on with me. So I sat there, and I just waited it out, you know. Towards the ending of like my work day, I started to feel a little bit better, and stuff like that. So it also could have been just like, you know, constantly being on the move, like, you know, lack of good rest, maybe, while I was having these migraines like that. Like I said, I don't know. But it could have just been a lack of so many things, you know. Obviously, our body talks to us, you know, through, sad to say, through pain or, you know, just fatigue and all that stuff. So I don't know what was going on. But like I said, that day I started to feel a little bit better, you know. So Saturday was my last day being at the B&B house with my team. That night I was like, okay, like I'm gonna go home. You know, it's about time to go ahead and be in my bed. So I worked the whole day, and then I came home. Friday night, let's scoot back a little bit. Friday night, the team and I, we had for dinner steak, and I had salmon. I don't really eat steak like that unless it's carne asada. Don't quote me on how I said that, because I know a lot of y'all like to be down my throat. But carne asada, yeah, I eat that. But Yeah, so a lot of the team had steak or whatever. I had salmon. And honestly, I don't really eat salmon anymore because a lot of the salmon and, a lot of our meats are being farm raised. They're not, wild caught anymore. And, my mom always tell me like, if you're going to get fish, make sure it's wild caught. So this time, I just, I settled for the farm raised salmon. And, I cooked it myself or whatever. I kind of gets down in the kitchen, not too much. But, I cooked it myself. It was really good. Honestly, like, it came out really, really good. So Sunday, I had an appointment with my leader. We had to go, close the deal with my client or whatever. And I was doing fine. I had a cup of soup that morning or that afternoon because our appointment wasn't until late afternoon. So I had a cup of soup or whatever because, I just wanted to eat something light or whatever. And that's kind of all I have for the day. And so, I leave for the day to my appointment with him, and everything's going good or whatever. But slowly but surely, here goes the heavy hitter. My head starts to hurt a little bit as we're in our appointment with our client. And I'm just like, okay, it's minor, nothing too major. It's minor, so I can hold it out. So, we're talking to our client, whatever, and we go ahead and finish them out, and we are leaving to go home. So as I'm approaching the freeway, you feel me, my stomach starts to start cramping really, really bad. Like it starts just turning. Mind you, I don't know if anybody has taken detox tea, but I usually take detox tea to, clean my inside out and stuff like that. But if you have ever taken detox tea, that pain that I was feeling was like taking detox tea. For example, detox tea, detox tea tightens up your stomach really, really, really tight, right? And pretty much it, you have bowel movements. But within your stomach, you start cramping, it starts tightening up, and to the point where you gotta run to the bathroom and do what you gotta do. So that was kind of the similar pain I was having on the way home. My stomach just started cramping really bad, started turning. It was really like excruciating. I started to also feel nauseous. Like I was having to like take deep breaths like constantly because I'm like, oh my God, like I'm in pain. I feel like throwing up. Yeah, so like I'm just trying to hurry up and get home. So mind you, I'm going through this all the way until I get home. So the other thought in my head was, okay, like maybe I'm hungry. So I had bought a salad Friday night as well when we were at the store getting dinner for the team. I had bought a salad and I was like, okay, I still have my salad left over. I'm gonna eat my salad. And it was a chicken Caesar. So I get the salad or whatever and I run a bath because I'm like, okay, I'm cramping, and usually when I'm on my menstrual, I take baths because that alleviates the pain that I'm in. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna run me a bath, I'm gonna eat the salad. So I'm eating my salad, I'm taking my bath, just trying to settle my body down, try to get relaxed and stuff like that because I really don't know what the problem is. So I'm eating my salad, I'm on my phone. I'm on the phone with my homegirl too because they were like just talking and doing what the girlies do. And I'm just really just trying to figure out why, what's going on with me. And I couldn't put my finger on it, you guys. I couldn't really calculate what was happening in that moment of time. But I just know that I have all this pain going on in my body. So mind you, I'm like pushing myself to go back and forth to the bathroom as well. I also took oil of oregano, elderberry, and ginger. I took that shot. I took it probably like a few times because, if you have infection or a virus, going on your body, oil of oregano works really fast. It's like immediate action. So that's some advice, if y'all get sick, take some oregano oil, y'all. But yeah, so I took some of that, and I also had this greens drink. I can't remember the brand, but it was a greens drink. It had like lettuce, chard, kale. It also had a few sweet fruits in there, like mango, apple, and stuff like that. But it was mainly greens, right? Anything that was green. So greens usually run you off too. So I was like, okay, let me take this because obviously I probably need to also just poop it out. So So yeah, so I'm like back and forth with that or whatever, right? I'm back and forth. And so honestly, I go to sleep that night. This is Sunday night, you guys. I go to sleep and I'm having the hardest time in just sleeping. My stomach, when I tell you it felt like I was about to start my menstrual all over again, that's how I felt. Like that's how much pain I was in. Like I was just tossing and turning. Like I was in and out of sleep. Like I was sleeping good and then next thing you know, I was up. So I just don't know. And I'm still trying to figure out in my head, like what is going on with my body. So I had a rough time sleeping Sunday night or whatever. I couldn't shake it. So Monday morning comes, and I'm drinking water. I can't remember if I drank tea in this various of time. I can't remember if I drank tea. I probably did, but I drank some water, had some more oregano oil, and I had some more of the greens drink or whatever. And mind you, at this point, I'm scared to eat because I just don't know what it was. Like I said, I don't know if it was eating the salad. Maybe the salad was bad because that was also a thought in my head too. I don't know if it was the salmon. I don't know. It was just a lot going on in my head. And I woke up Monday morning and I could barely move. Like I didn't even want to move. Like I was so tired and fatigued. Like when I say I was a zombie, like I woke up as a zombie. I didn't even want to move. I didn't want to get out of my bed. And I know that I need to use the bathroom, so I go use the bathroom. But like I said, everything is in slow motion, literally. So I go to the bathroom, and when I use the bathroom, my bowel movement just came out like, it just came out a little crazy. So I was like, oh snap, okay, like obviously, yeah, like I probably did have, a stomach virus or something. I don't know. Because like I said, I'm using the bathroom and it came out really, the D word. And I'm just like, but yeah, so I'm trying to settle myself out because I'm just like, okay, like I obviously need to, maybe I need to eat something, obviously. I can't go this whole day without not having something in my system. I was like, okay, let me Postmate something to my house or whatever. But then I was like, nah, because like I said, I'm not going to do that. So I was going to Postmate something. I was like, no, I can call my mom. But, she doesn't live as close and she doesn't live as far to me, but she doesn't live super close either. So I'm like, no, I don't want to bother her. And I'm like, man, I wish my girl was off work so she can come help me. Because like I said, in this moment of time, I was just on zombie mode. Like I could not really move. So I was like, after I took, those few times of using the bathroom, I started to feel a little bit like, okay, let me push myself and move myself to go to the store up the street. Because right by my house, I have a store. So that's a blessing. So I get up, put some clothes on. Once I get outside, it felt amazing for some reason. Like I just felt good to be outside. The air was just fresh. I was excited. So yeah, I pushed myself to go to the store up the street, get to the store. I grab a few soups, I grab some salad. I grab a few things to just, try to, get my stomach together. So I get to the store, whatever, get all the things that I, chose to get back home. And I made myself a can of soup, Progresso, chicken noodle soup. And I ate on that or whatever. And like I said, I'm scared in this moment because I don't know what set me off to feel like this. So I'm honestly scared. And anytime I get scared to eat, I turn to soup because that's the only thing that probably might help the situation and be able to stay down anyway. So like I said, in this moment, I'm kind of scared, but I'm like, I got to eat something. So I'm eating the soup. I'm drinking, the greens drink. I'm drinking water, just trying to stay hydrated and stuff like that. In this midst of time, I'm constantly going back and forth to the bathroom, doing the D word, back and forth. Later, getting towards Monday evening and night, I started to feel much better. I took a bath as well. One thing about me, y'all, I love taking my baths. I love a good bath. I really do. So I took another bath before the night came or whatever, and before I fell asleep, took a bath, and I just started to feel better. My stomach started to feel like, it was flushed out. I just started to feel better. And I was just super excited about that. So Monday night, I go to bed or whatever. And I was, and I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, Tuesday morning, we'll see how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling 100% better, then, it probably was something that I did eat over the past few days leading up until Monday. So go to bed Tuesday or whatever, and yesterday rather, and woke up Tuesday morning, and I felt good. And I was just so grateful and thankful to God, because I was like, at the same time, like I said, I didn't know what was going on with my body. It was kind of just like, man, and I'm not a big fan of the doctor. Of course, I do go and, get my checkups, from my primary doctor or whatever, but I'm just not a big fan. I just never like that stuff. But, you gotta take care of your body. So that is one priority, we all need to do. Definitely take care of our body, especially as, we get older, and I'm approaching 30 soon. So definitely. But yeah, so like I said, as I'm going through this whole time of me just like being down and sick and stuff like that, I'm just going through a lot. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just go to the, to the ER. Like, what should I do? Whatever. So it's just a lot going on in my head. But like I said, Tuesday morning, I felt so much better. I started to feel really, really good. And I was just grateful and thankful to feel good. And then, I had called my mom, because like I said, Monday I was going to call my mom and ask her to come to my house and pretty much take care of her baby. But, I did it. So I called my mom or whatever, and, we're talking about it. She was like, yeah, it could have been like a stomach virus or something like that. It could have been something you ate. So the funny thing is, when I started calculating everything that I ate from Friday all the way up until, Monday, the only thing, y'all, that I can think of that probably effed up my stomach was that salmon. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I haven't eaten salmon in a few years, only because a lot of the salmon that is sold in our stores is not wild caught. It's farm raised, and that is not good for us. And actually, it's just not good because it carries a lot of bacteria, parasites, all that stuff. So I choose not to eat salmon store bought, especially when it says farm raised. So now that I think about it, that's probably what set my stomach off. And, sometimes, when you're getting sick and, a virus, approaches your system, it does take a day or so just to start really working, and your body is, also trying to, fight off these parts and stuff like that. So I was thinking that when my mom and I was talking, I was like, it definitely could have been that salmon. And it took a minute just for my stomach to really, my body to really feel it. And when it felt it, that was a done deal. Like that was it. But yeah, you guys, I think it was a salmon. I think that salmon did me dirty. And I kind of got beef with it right now, because I was a good person. All I wanted to do was eat, So I don't know. But yeah, you guys, so I'm feeling so much better. Today is Wednesday. For some reason, my days have been all discombobulated this week. But today is Wednesday, and I'm feeling amazing now. I'm definitely going to be eating me a salad this good morning, because I think I'm going to just stay on the side of, still taking it slow with eating, because it's a little bit scary around here when you eat certain things, especially in this world. A lot of things are just jacked up. So that is my what made me sick video. And if you want to comment down below on what you think made me sick, I say it was a salmon, but it could have been anything, you guys, literally anything, because I just didn't eat salmon on the trip. It could have been anything. But yeah, if you want to comment down below and say, hey girl, no, that's not what made you sick, definitely do that. Just a quick update. The podcast setup decorations, they're coming out amazing, and I can't wait to show you that video and just show you just the set of the podcast area. That's coming along so good, so stay tuned for that video, because in a few weeks that should be coming out. And I thank you guys so much for just staying in tune with me, and subscribing, watching the videos, and I just thank you guys in advance. Raw and Uncut is definitely showing up this year, you guys, so stay tuned. If you have any questions or any comments, you already know what to do with that, but keep that bell on, you guys, because it's only up from here. Thank you guys.